what do you think about the Pickens trade, by the way? We haven't talked about it. I got like 2 minutes on this.
Okay, well, everybody just heard me wax poetic about it for about 12 minutes, but mostly I think he's closer to a number one than a number two in the NFL. I'm kind of shocked the Steelers let him go. I think he and CeeDee Lamb together allow each other to do what they do best, which for Pickens is get downfield, threaten the deep ball, and for Lamb it's all the other stuff. It's the tunnel screens and the intermediate routes and the yards after catch, right? So I honestly think the Cowboys were way too CeeDee Lamb reliant the past 2 seasons, especially when nothing else was working. It was like, is CeeDee Lamb triple covered? Great, throw him the ball anyway. And this solves a lot of those issues, I think.
All right, here's my Stephen A. Smith hottest take of the day.
Oh, let's
ready?
go.
And I kind of do think this, I think Stephen A. is legendary. I think this is going to be the moment that we are confirming that Dak Prescott is not as good as we thought he was. Because now he's going to have these 2 wide receivers. And I think it's a real opportunity for the mask to be ripped off, like at the end of the Scooby-Doo episode. And you're like, oh, man, like, this wasn't Dak Prescott. This was Hal the janitor the whole time.
I can't stand up like Pat McAfee because the camera doesn't go too high. But I'm standing up. I'm so excited. I thought you were a Dak Prescott defender while I've always been like more of a hater.
Well, I'm kind of somebody who, you know this about me, and you're a really knowledgeable sports fan. I try to see the big picture. So I always try to understand or at least give the benefit of the doubt to these superstar athletes, right? Like, why is he struggling? What's going on? Because at the end of the day, he tugs on my heartstrings. He's such an amazing dude that you want to root for.
He's a great person.
Yeah, and I think that when you get the keys to the Cowboys offense and there's so much pressure that goes with that, I think that, everybody and their grandma is going to take shots at you when the going gets tough. Now, I do think that the table is set for him to have a big year, and if he does not, you sons of bitches are going to turn on him faster than ever. So,
but here's the X factor.
Just like Eagles fans would, just like any NFL fan base would, by the way.
And here's the X factor, by the way. And then I know, like, you've got to go work, and I've got Shahan Jayaraja in the wings. But
it's my show. Tell him to hold on. All right. I'm just kidding.
Here's the X factor: is we have no idea how well that offensive line's going to play.
Yeah.
And I'm not here to give like extra grace to Dak. He's had plenty of time and not a lot of playoff success to show for it. But like, I don't know what the offensive line's going to look like or how healthy they're going to be. There's a lot of question marks on defense where like, when are Overshown and Diggs back? Like, there's some holes still over there. And then frankly, like, who's going to be your lead running back? Like Javonte Williams, maybe. Like Caden Blue, is he an every down back? Like, we just don't. So I agree with you in terms of the passing game is going to just benefit tremendously from this. But I still think there's going to be enough excuses for Dak if the team struggles. And frankly, Paul Catalina called me out last week, right? I'm the king of making excuses for Tony Romo, like bad defense, no line, no run game. That's me as well. So, but we'll see, man. We'll keep talking about that in the fall. That's going to be fascinating.